You might know Alabama for sweet tea and southern hospitality, but beneath that polite veneer lurks some truly strange places. From ghostly factories to submerged ghost towns, rattlesnake-worshipping churches to real-life alien abduction movie sets, and even a playground haunted by children. This state has it all. Today we're counting down 5 of the strangest spots you'll find. Let's dive into these eerie and intriguing locales. Sloss Furnaces, Birmingham. Our first stop is an 1880s blast furnace turned museum in Birmingham. By day, Sloss Furnaces is a National Historic Landmark celebrating the city's iron and steel boom. But by night, it's a massive rusted hulk straight out of a horror movie. Imagine the dim glow of coke ovens and hissing steam. It's no wonder so many accident tragedies are part of its history. In fact, local media call Sloss Furnaces a historical monument to the city's industrial past, that is also the home of a legendary ghost story. Legend has it that dozens of workers died here over the years, nearly 50 in just one span under a cruel foreman nicknamed Slag, and some employees even claim to feel a mysterious presence around the old furnaces at night. One famous tale centers on Theophilus Calvin Jowers, an iron worker who in 1927 fell into a vat of molten pig iron at another plant and died horribly. All that remained was one charred heart, and generations later, Sloss visitors report seeing Jowers' ghost, heartless in a sense, still toiling among the ruins. According to the lead tour guide at Sloss, Jowers' ghost has been seen working side by side with employees as businesses across the area shut down, and he supposedly came here to Sloss after his own furnace closed, haunting the furnaces that were the last to stop production in 1971. It's the perfect creepy campfire story, a worker claiming eternal vigil over the very furnaces that killed him. In short, Sloss Furnaces is as much a ghost story as a history lesson, a rusting cathedral of iron where the past really won't stay buried. Next, we head east to Lake Martin, a 44,000-acre reservoir straddling the Alabama-Tallapoosa River. But this is no ordinary lake. Under its crystal surface lies a submerged ghost town. In the late 1800s, an African-American community called Cowaliga thrived here. It was founded by John and William Benson, a freed slave family who built schools, churches, and businesses on Cowaliga Creek's shore. By 1926, Alabama Power completed the Martin Dam to generate hydroelectric power, and valley residents were forced to pack up their lives and leave. As one history account puts it, when the water came rushing through, Cowaliga was left underwater, forgotten by the currents of time. Today, Cowaliga's foundations and graves lie at the bottom of the lake. During droughts or with scuba gear, some say you can still glimpse brick remnants of the school or church and old stone walls just under the waves. Occasionally, locals even report eerie encounters. Snorkelers tell of phantom swimmers, and fishermen swear they've hooked onto submerged house flooring. Above the water, Lake Martin is a busy vacation paradise, but just below it is a silent reminder of a vanished town. It's like a real lost world beneath the boat docks, a twist on the idea of a sunken city that adds a spooky, otherworldly layer to the lake's beauty. Snake-handling churches. Up north on Alabama's Sand Mountain, you'll find a scene both awe-inspiring and unsettling. Here, a handful of Pentecostal churches still handle venomous snakes during worship as a literal demonstration of faith. These snake-handling sects believe in a passage from Mark's Gospel, "They shall take up serpents, and if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them." They call themselves Churches of God with signs following, and by 2001 about 40 such congregations were known to exist in this region. Picture a summer Sunday in rural Marshall County. Blues gospel music ends, the pastor calls a sinner to the front, and suddenly snakes, even rattlers or copperheads, are passed hand to hand. The worshippers believe the Holy Spirit protects them. Of course, the practice is extremely dangerous. Handlers have been bitten, some even fatally, yet surviving congregants say that just proves their faith. The extremes can be shocking. An HBO true crime documentary, Alabama Snake, the 2020, recounts one snake-handling pastor who actually tried to murder his own wife by sending a venomous rattler after her. She survived. That's not a headline you'd expect from church, but around here, serpent-singing saints have a long and odd history. Whether you're curious about faith or fear, these sand mountain churches are a top pick for weird Alabama. They are hardly tourist attractions. In fact, snake handling is illegal in most states, but their existence is a fascinating oddity. Longtime residents half joke that Sand Mountain is the only place where you might end up worshipping with a snake in one hand and a Bible in the other. The result is both eerie and oddly compelling, ring-tailed snakes waving above praying hands, all in the name of divine power. The Close Encounters house leaving Sand Mountain behind, we head to Fairhope on the Gulf Coast for our penultimate oddity. Here's a place that might make you feel like an extra in a movie, because it is. A small farmhouse at the corner of Highways 104 and 181 served as a filming location in Steven Spielberg's 1977 classic Close Encounters of the Third Kind. In one famous scene, young Barry Goyler is snatched by aliens after crawling through a doggy door. And that house, it's right here in Fairhope. Local outlets even call it the Fairhope House, featured in the 1977 sci-fi film. The house has become something of a local landmark. Some fans dub it the Alien House or Close Encounters House. It was built in the 1800s and later served as an antique store, offices, etc. But it earned fame from that movie scene. In Fairhope's newspapers, the house was news again when city planners approved moving it slightly on its lot rather than demolish it. Why the fuss? Movie buffs want to preserve it. More than the remodeling plans, what really sends chills is knowing that the iconic alien abduction moment happened right in that kitchen. The Fairhope Times writes, "In the famous scene filmed there, a little boy is abducted by aliens after crawling through a pet door, standing in the front yard at night, hearing a child's cry and seeing a dog door swing on its own." Okay, maybe skip that impulse. But precisely because of the film, this unassuming home is one of Alabama's odder attractions. Reminds visitors how sometimes truth can be stranger than fiction, or in this case, exactly the same. Maple Hill Park, Dead Children's Playground. Our last stop is so creepy it sounds like an urban legend, but the locals swear it's real. In Huntsville's historic Maple Hill Cemetery sits a small playground that the neighborhood knows by a chilling nickname, Dead Children's Playground. According to reports, this innocent-seeming play area is haunted by the souls of deceased children. That definitely piques your attention on a dark night. Stories vary about why kids roam here. Some say it's the restless spirits of children who died in the 1918 influenza pandemic. After all, children were laid to rest in Maple Hill Cemetery, and maybe their laughter never left. Others claim it's tied to a series of tragic child abductions in the late 1960s. The bodies of missing youngsters were found near this spot. Either way, people who have visited tell the same spooky tales. On summer evenings, the swings sometimes rock by themselves. Tiny footprints appear in the dirt, and even photographs taken here often show floating light orbs. Witnesses report hearing ghostly laughter or the soft patter of small feet when no children are around. For example, a Huntsville blog notes that accounts differ, but in all of them the children return at dusk to play. It sums up the legend. Some say the children who died of the flu come out at night to play at the playground, and others say the park is haunted because children's bodies were recovered near the playground from old crimes. Whether fact or folklore, the chilling effect is the same. People who explore Maple Hill after dark often swear they've seen the swings move with no one on them, or heard distant giggling echo across the graves. If I were you, I'd keep one eye on the swings the next time I'm here. The city eventually removed the original equipment in 2007, but after public outcry, a new playground was put back, even though the creepy tales persisted. The Dead Children's Playground isn't on any tourism brochure, for obvious reasons. Those were 5 of the weirdest spots Alabama has to offer. An iron furnace haunted by worker ghosts, a sunken town beneath a lake, snake-worshipping church services, a real-world alien abduction movie house, and a playground haunted by children's spirits. Which one would you dare to visit? Maybe you'd rather go scuba diving in Lake Martin or catch a Slayer concert at Sloss. They hold a big music fest there every year, then play on those swings at Maple Hill after dark. And is there some strange Alabama spot we left off the list? We want to hear about it. Tell us in the comments which weird place in Alabama fascinates or spooks you the most. If you enjoyed this spooky tour, don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more curious adventures. Stay curious, Alabama, and watch out for snakes, ghosts, and alien visitations.